What's going on, guys? Welcome back. CobraPacks here, and we have some news to talk about in the Pokemon hobby. Actually, just not in the Pokemon hobby, but in the card, sports cards, trading card game, um, any any grading that you do. We got some news to talk about, and um, what's nice about this news is that we've had some previous acquisitions and some of the same things that happened in the hobby. So we have some historical data to look at. Um, but I'm gonna be honest, I really don't like seeing what I see. Um, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So the big news is that Beckett is being acquired, was acquired by PSA. Now, this has happened in the past. Not with Beckett and PSA, of course, but PSA has acquired a different grading company in the past, SGC. Um, and so we have some historical data about what happened to the values of the cards, how is the company doing now, and what happened. And I'll give my 2 cents about what I think this happens for the hobby moving forward, and we'll go from there. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Just so you guys know, we're about 25 subs away from being monetized. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the sub button. It's a free way to support the channel and the website, so make sure to go check it out. By the way, website, boom. YouTube channel, hit the sub button. I appreciate you guys. Let's talk about it. Beckett. So Beckett was acquired this month by PSA. Now it says in the article, and this is true, and we're going to talk about it. But in February of 2024, so about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, they acquired SGC Grading Company. Now, when it was acquired, they said pretty much the same thing that they're saying now, which is why I think there's some historical context to what is happening right now. They said pretty much the same thing, that we're pleased to share that SGC Beckett now is being acquired for PSA. We want to keep those same brands separate. So they're going to keep them separate. They're not merging. They don't have the same employees, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just going to, let's read the article, because this article I found really describes what happened to SGC and what I hope doesn't happen for Beckett, and what I fear kind of will. So, from 2020 to 2024, SGC had been growing and gaining some of the market share predominantly owned by Beckett and PSA. Early on, collectors let the community know that SGC would continue to operate independently, much like they did today regarding Beckett. So that's kind of the historical context I'm talking to you guys about. Is that they're saying the same thing they are for Beckett. Okay. However, July 2025, so about a year and a half after PSA acquired SGC, about a year and a half afterwards, the CEO and president stepped down. Collectors came out with an article, pretty much an announcement, saying that they're going to be changing what SGC was and transitioning from the once #2 grading company into a boutique shop. So SGC at this time, at the time they bought them, they were the #2. PSA was #1. SGC was #2. They changed them to a boutique shop. They completely changed it. And obviously you guys could see the next sentence, numbers don't lie. Shortly after Steinberg stepped down, they changed it to a boutique shop. Submission numbers to SGC started to drop, which you guys know what that means, is that the value started to drop immensely. Okay? Immensely. Now, I'm going to pull over this other article, which goes over numbers. This is today. This is November grading summary of November. You can see 1.65 million cards were graded by PSA. And you can see that Beckett was at 75,000. Okay. Now, CGC and TAG are independently owned, but you can see SGC here is here with 35. So you guys can see out of the top 5 now PSA owns all 3 out of the 5. which I don't like. It's a monopoly, so I don't really like it. Um, I think it's huge for I would almost say it's bigger for sports because if you go down here, this is just sports cards. CGC really doesn't do a whole lot of sports. You can see they do 425 total in November, only 51,000 in sports. So you guys could see that, you know. Now, if you think about sports, you got 600K. Beckett now that PSA owns them 75, 35, and 34K. So there's out of just roughly, it looks like maybe 725,000 cards graded right here. You're talking about maybe 53,000 of those cards, which is about what 20% being non-PSA owned companies. 80% PSA owned companies are grading these cards. Sounds a little scary. And then you talk about TCG and other cards. So this isn't just Pokemon. This is One Piece. This is Disney. This is all TCGs that aren't sports. Tag and CGC are a little more of the market share, and they're growing year over year. You guys can see year over year. They're growing immensely. Tag is obviously jumped out this year. I'm going to be honest, going over this data and seeing that Beckett is being acquired by PSA, I'm thinking about switching over to Tag, honestly. That's just me. Let me know what you guys are thinking. So I want to go over this. Beckett was acquired by Collectivus last year, and then Collectivus announced that. Collectivus was announced as the new parent company of Beckett a year ago. So they owned it for a year, and now they're selling it to PSA. But you guys could see that CSG, so going back up, CSG, when PSA acquired it, they were number 2. They were number 2. Now, they're number 5, and they're very small compared to everybody else. Is Beckett going to be doing the same thing? Are they going to be downsizing? Are they going to be getting smaller? I don't know. But if I have Beckett cards right now, personally, I'm probably playing it safe and selling them. I don't see the value going up. I just don't. But let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking. I'm thinking this is a bad thing for the hobby. It's a monopoly. 3 out of the top 5 grading companies are now owned by the same people. And no matter what you say about different companies running differently and having different employees, there's still going to be a bias there, unfortunately, in my opinion. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.